basketball with a chance of some teams to progress through to the state finals. And so cross country and volleyball, he's sort of allowing them to continue on through. And but the other sports that are in their regular seasons right now have had to pause. And I know that's just I know how tough that is.
Well,
My,
and for anyone just getting us back access, we are dealing with some technical difficulties, but we've been able to continue and maneuver. And of course, your conversation just now, your response was to the question about sports and those that are getting to continue. And it's those that have worked so hard and they're in post competition. And it would be just heartless to deny them the opportunity versus just a pause for the other sporting events. And I know people say, well, what about arts and other things? But
Mhm.
it's a tough balance. It's just a tough balance all the way around. I speak from personal experience of trying to figure out, my son plays basketball. I said charter, but they had to address that same issue at a meeting last night. As we wrap things up, what about parents who say their kids are falling behind? Are there any other resources or anyone that, that can help to make this virtual experience more effective for these parents or easier for them?
Absolutely. And in fact, I talked to our chief academic officer just before this interview to get his best thinking on how to answer that. Certainly, some students are thriving in the remote environment, and so I don't want to let that go unsaid. But on the other hand, there are a lot of students who are not thriving, and that is the case here in CMS, and that is the case in the thousands of school districts around the country that are doing either remote learning or some hybrid version of remote and in person, which has its own set of challenges. And so the district has actually provided a plethora of resources, a ton of resources for students, whether it's digital tools, um, and also guidance for teachers to try to be flexible as far as if an assignment has been turned in a little bit late because of internet problems like you and I are having right
Right.
now, like we all have.
Yeah.
And
Please
so
take some grace.
the most important message that I can give here is just be in touch with your teacher, be in touch with your principal. That's the thing, that's the message he wanted me to deliver, is when you're having um, challenges or an experience that's less than ideal, just really stay in touch with your teacher and your school about that, because they
Well,
want to help you work through it. They really do.
absolutely. I mean, obviously, it's a profession, and they're in this profession because they care and they want to serve our community as well as our students who are certainly our future. So, Ms. Dashew, I want to say thank you again. You've always been very receptive and always genuine when I've reached out and needed you. So, Elyse Dashew, Charlotte Mecklenburg School Board Chair, we know it's not easy, no real easy answer, no way about it, however you cut it up, whether you are in agreement with the remote learning. But she and I had talked earlier, what's really important is health, that's and safety. And I know health concerning the mental well-being is a big factor as well. So it's a tough call for these guys. And basically, this board of education, they're walking the tightrope. So, show a little grace. Like the problems that we're having here, there's so many issues that we could branch off to and talk about. But we also have to look at what we can do ourselves to help our children. Now, children learning in the classrooms safely is one of the issues. We're going to look at a few of the parents who have written to support the Board of Education, thanking them for voting for safety. These are some of the comments, acknowledging that the board is making tough decisions, and we know they're tough decisions. On the other hand, we've got some parents who believe CMS has missed the mark and they want to, share their thoughts as well. There is a petition that has been started on change.org. And I think I shared with you before, at least 7,000 have signed this petition already. And so we've got to keep that in mind. And that petition is to keep CMS open. After the board meeting yesterday, the number of people that signed on, it doubled. I mean, doubled in numbers. So we got parents like Whitney Morrow who's coming forward to show how she feels that her kids are suffering because of distant learning. And this is Whitney's 5-year-old son. and she's saying, this is not working. She really is concerned. She is a single mom of three, and she has shared that this distant learning isn't working very well for her son. So we're planning on bringing Whitney on. There she is. Whitney, if you can hear me, I want to talk to you about we saw your precious son there, and you said this isn't working for him, this remote learning. So let's start by talking about what was going through your mind when you first saw the picture of your son. I saw you looking to the side, but we had your son up, Whitney, and uh, I guess today we're just dealing with a lot of technical difficulties because I see Whitney and then I don't. I'm not sure if she's there, if she can hear me, and we've usually had a pretty seamless show, but from time to time things happen. So as we look to try to get Whitney back on the screen, she's one of the parents. We like to try to have a balance, and so she's one of the parents that's not in agreement with what's happening with the decisions with CMS, and saying that her son is not being able to get what he needs, with the remote learning piece. So some of the questions we were going to talk about with her is how does she suggest, handling this? And on Facebook, she mentioned that she was disgusted and disappointed, wanted to get feedback on that, and kind of like what's a typical day at home, learning with her children and seeing how that was working for her. And maybe the biggest issue for her children while we're trying to navigate to that, and ask her how she thinks they'll look back over the school year. We are working hard to do whatever we can to help cancel COVID. Clearly today we've had some challenges, and it's unfortunate because we had a really good lineup that we wanted to bring to you to answer your questions, to have people to hop on, and we even had people watching that wanted to share their thoughts as well. You saw when we had Miss Dashew on, they wanted to share their opinion. I guess the issue that we're having here again is that we are trying to keep it going. Apparently, Elyse, Miss Dashew was sharing some of her thoughts, and she took time. Hey, she didn't have to take the time to talk with us. We're trying to get Whitney back on. So if we don't get her on in the next couple of minutes, I'll go ahead and wrap things up because I don't want to continue to delay or bore you. But I will say this, if you would like to submit some information, if you have questions or topics or even guests that you suggest that we bring on, you can send it to rivenstanya@gmail.com. Again, rivenstanya@gmail.com. In addition to that, we've got plenty of other shows that we've done that's been fairly seamless with very good feedback and input. And we appreciate all that you offer to share. This whole concept is nothing new. It's an opportunity for us to bring another platform with real talk, real conversation, to talk, to give you an opportunity to see what's happening because we are working hard to cancel COVID. It's no jokes, folks. It's real. I see every day people that are impacted, people that are talking about they've dealt with it. Our neighbor just said they were down for 3 weeks. So it's something that's really, really continues to cost lives, as we didn't even focus on the numbers today. We talked about CMS, which is a really hot topic. 7,000 signatures are a lot. So I'm going to wrap things up this Friday. Clearly, we'll try to get Whitney back on because I wanted you to hear from her and hear her story as well. I'll see you back on Wednesday. If you get a chance, join me on this Sunday. I do a show called Sounds of Inspiration. It's Streets 1033, 100.5 FM. And I love to always encourage you, as always, life's challenges make you better, not bitter. I'm Tanya Rivens. Enjoy your King Holiday weekend. Thank you for everyone who supports this show. Be safe and continue to support us as we work to cancel COVID.